Okay, welcome back everyone for another episode of Master Command, playing as the British Expedition and going for an all-British build. Things are going pretty well. Just kind of looking at my army, figuring out what I want to do here. I think after this battle, I need to go with the veterancy. I think that was the plan. Go with the veterancy, try to get these guys up to foot, try to get our foot up to veteran foot, try to get our Highland foot up to Highland Grenadiers, and so on. It also looks like these guys I might be turning into cavalry. So I'll need to keep that in mind. They are in the cavalry brigade. It would make sense to turn them into cavalry. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I see. We will also get an extra thing of dragoons once we get these two outposts down here. And we'll get command initiative. Command initiative, not all that important, but still decent. Okay, let's go ahead and do this battle. Do I want the Royal Horse Guards? Yeah, the Royal Horse Guards can have our officer, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get to fighting here. They've got some Grenadiers, Fusiliers, a bunch of Swiss, and French Dragoons, Gentlemen Cavalry. They have some decent cavalry here, so we'll need to keep an eye on them. Okay, we've loaded in, and we're gonna go ahead and set up. I'm gonna go ahead and establish a defensive position over here using the woods, this fence line, and the hill. And so we'll have most of our units over here, and then we'll probably curve around a little bit this way. They've put their veteran Swiss, along with the rest of their Swiss units, on their left flank. So we're going to put our Highland Grenadiers, and we'll go ahead and take the bad Highlanders too. These guys need some veterancy. We're going to move them both into a position where we can charge into their flank, and we're going to have the cavalry over here supporting us. Our two more veteran Highland foot units are going to stay with the line and help defend against any cavalry charges that we might suffer. And also, they've got these French Grenadiers over here that may want to charge us, so we're just keeping these two Highland foot back to help deal with that. Okay, let's go ahead and start spreading our guys out. The other thing is, it's good to get the Highland Grenadiers on the flank to do a lot of damage. The other thing is they move so fast that if the cavalry comes for us, we can get into a line formation very easily and shoot them. And I also want our Highland Grenadiers tanking any charges that come our way. I don't want our own cavalry eating those charges. So that's what their purpose is going to be, and also this Highland foot if needed. Go ahead and bring these guys back a little bit. Put the foot over here as well. And let's get our recruit set up. I don't know that the enemy will come this far over, but better to be safe than sorry, right? And then these guys will just be in reserve, ready to help as needed. Go ahead and speed things up. Let's let them come towards us. Let's get our general over here, providing generally morale generally. Let's go ahead and get these guys in position. This other foot unit will keep in reserve for now. I think we're going to have an opportunity to move our Highlanders up and around over here. They've got a lot of their cavalry coming down here. Let's go ahead and move the foot accordingly. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move the cavalry into a better position here. These guys should advance and start fighting our veteran foot. Looks like these grenadiers are approaching. Go ahead and come up a little bit with that line. Okay, so they've engaged. You guys hold your fire. Keep tabs on their cavalry. Make sure they're not doing anything funny. And let's get a charge in here. Okay, you guys can stop. Islanders keep on coming. Okay, it does look like their gentleman cavalry might mobilize over here. We'll see. These guys have taken a ton of damage. Let's go ahead and hurry and get to their aid. You guys can charge in here. Royal Horse Guard. Okay, we're still doing okay over here. Your gentleman cavalry is advancing. Fusiliers are done. Let's swing our foot around like this. Let's bring these guys over. Let's pull our dragoons back for a moment. And let's charge in here. Send the provincial cavalry in. And a great volley. Bring you guys both back. Maybe dragoons can come help up here. Islanders, no, don't charge. That was a misclick. Islanders will get into a good position and then charge in. Provincial cavalry will be here to help out. You guys hold your fire for now. Get everyone set up here and then come back, check over here. And these guys need to open fire. Come support them. Let's get our Highlanders spread out. pull you guys back if possible. Shucks. Okay, nice. How are we doing down here? Okay. Okay, we got caught out a little bit there, but it wasn't too bad. It was mostly I stopped tracking what the provincial cavalry were doing, and it meant that they ate a charge from those dragoons. Okay, let's have everyone break off for now. Who's still... Oh, this cavalry. Okay. I don't know if these guys will be able to make it back in time. I think we'll just have to countercharge. Okay. So there were definitely some things there where if I was facing a stronger enemy, I would have gotten really punished for that. So I need to be a lot more careful when I'm managing my cavalry, basically. But this was a good result for the most part. Probably could have taken less damage, but overall, a fairly good result. Let's go with the veterancy, right? Yeah, let's go with the veterancy. These guys and still need one more veterancy. These guys can upgrade. So let's go ahead and make them Dragoon Guards. And they need 4 to become Provincial Cavalry. Need 5 to become Foot. Although I could just upgrade these guys and then switch them. I don't think that's like a terrible decision. Okay, let's switch you guys over. You don't need that anymore. Let's give you stamina and move speed. This we're definitely gonna sell. This we're gonna sell. And then, yeah, I don't mind you having the veterancy gain item. You don't need Tompion. Here, take a Cuirassier sword. Give you this. Oh wait, sorry, you already have a treatise. Just give you the coffee so that you move faster. And then haversack. Maybe even the canteen. Gonna hurt your move speed a little bit, but I think it's fine. I'll probably sell that cheese. Okay. Can anyone else upgrade at the moment? Yes, you can. And so can you. Very nice. And I might take your veterancy gain. Give you a shepherd's axe instead. Let's give it to this guy. So that he can hopefully upgrade sooner rather than later. These guys are all at 5 upgrades. He could use... Here, let's go ahead and give you this. Let's give you tea instead. You could use an extra item. Which... Maybe I'll give you the good spirit rations. And same with you. And then... Maybe the haversack? Either haversack or the large canteen. I think the haversack. Not like you guys are getting in a lot of like drawn out melees. Okay, let's save the rest of our money for now. Might sell the cheese too. I don't value cheese that much. Okay. Go ahead and look at upgrades that would be good for cavalry. Cavalry accuracy and reload. Yes, that would be good. And then something that would be good for a fire brigade. Let's skip. Let's take the accuracy. Okay, manpower problems have been solved for now. But there's a town nearby, so let's come visit this real quick and sell off these items. That puts us at 1600. Could buy a good Tula or our provincials, which perhaps I will do. Also an excellent Neustadt. This generally has better melee stats, although the shooting is pretty poor. This one's a lot better at shooting, the land pattern carbine. I guess the question is, do I want to be saving up for a new brigade? Probably not. Here, let's just get them a cheap carbine. Let's get them the better one. And then I do want to try to expand the number of brigades that we have because we are going to get this dragoon soon. So if we can store up like 1,500 more dollars in the next 50 days, that would be great. In the meantime, we'll go visit these 2 outposts and then start circling back around, and we'll fight this encamped army. I should have bought manpower. I should have bought manpower while I was there. Oh, shucks. Yes, we went through this in the last episode where I said, oh, I need a cannon. And then I needed a cheap cannon or a cheap emplacement, and I didn't do either of those. Okay. So there's no emplacements here. And the cheapest cannon here is gonna cost me 250. I think that's just like a sacrifice we're gonna have to make. Because I think that like these are pretty close in value. Price 180. Price 200. So technically these are cheaper. Price 200. I don't have like any wooden stakes or anything. Look like it. Okay, then we'll just get rid of these. Although I think the cannon, I'll get like an extra item, so maybe I'll just buy the cannon. I'll just buy the cannon and get the extra item out of it. Let's buy manpower while we're here. Maybe a little bit of ammunition. Okay, let's just buy all the ammunition, since we're going to be taking veterancy in any other battles that we do. And then let's march on back down to this outpost. We'll provide the cannon. Got some okay items. Tobacco probably being the best item that we got there. So let's switch him for the tobacco. Now let's come check out this outpost. We'll get our dragoons out of this. Oh my gosh. I thought this might happen. Oh well. Okay. Let's make sure that we sacrifice our chevaux de frise over this. Okay. And then let's just go ahead and leave this dragoon unit out, because we want them accruing veterancy so that they can become a dragoon. I think that would be for the best. Let's go ahead and get back up to the road, do this battlefield. Field army, okay. Let's make sure that everyone is at least at 4. Oh, here we go. This is why we do this check, because they are not properly equipped. There we go. Okay, now I think we're ready to go into this battle. We're about even in terms of numbers. They probably have some artillery that is lowering their unit count. But we'll see. Yeah, they've got 5 artillery units. They've got a bunch of volunteers, which are not too scary in the grand scheme of things. And they have a bunch of Germans. Germans will shoot very quickly, but they're not as accurate as the Swiss are. So let's go ahead and pause here and then get into battle and try to tear up this field army. Alright, we're back, we're loaded in, and we're getting our army into position. We're going to be establishing a defensive line starting at this hill, and then coming over this way, and then the line will curve around this way at the end. Probably their stronger units are like on the edges of the center, So they've got 2 veteran Fusilier units here. They've got veteran Fusilier units here. And then they have some Grenadiers sprinkled in here, here, and here. Fortunately, the German units don't have great melee stats, so they don't, I mean, like these guys, they're not extremely accurate either, so they're really average units, I guess, generally speaking. They're really their specialty is a fast reload, but even these guys don't have like an extremely fast reload. None of them. This one's actually pretty decent at 27 seconds, but none of them are like amazing. They also are fast. German Grenadiers or German units tend to be pretty fast, so I'll give them kudos for that as well. But we're gonna try to break through over here pretty quickly. Probably knock out these 3 units, and then have our cavalry and grenadiers start to come over this way towards their artillery and cavalry. Let's go ahead and set up. Spread out our Highlanders, just so that they don't get like knocked out by a great cannonball. And I think we're gonna have to run our guys into position because the Germans have advanced pretty quickly over here. Might even have these guys turn out a little bit. Okay, yeah, they're taking the bait. They're coming after our veteran foot. Okay, that was a good trade for us. Let's get the Highlanders over here. And then I'm going to have the Provincial Cavalry help out. And then we're going to have our Highland Grenadiers and our more veteran cavalry run into these Fusiliers. Let's go ahead and advance here. Let's turn here a little bit. Let's bring our Highlanders forward. Start to charge here. And same with you guys. Let's charge in. Let's bring up our general. Okay, Highlanders come forward. And then let's charge into that next veteran Fusilier unit. Highlanders can come back. You come help them out. Guys can start moving towards the artillery. good stuff, good stuff. Okay, nice. Okay, let's pull you guys back, bring you guys up. Put you guys into a line. Army Rangers come forward, Provincial Cavalry, get ready. Dragoon Guards come up here. You guys can just all come set up over here. You can open fire. I don't think we're going to be very braced now. Okay, let's hurry up and get in there. And let's start sending the provincials over this way. And that was my bad, losing track of these volunteer hussars. They shouldn't have been able to come in and start breaking apart our line like that. But I thought we had dealt with all the cavalry. In case, losses were higher than I would have liked, but our reserves will cover for that. Let's go ahead and take... Go ahead and take the veterancy. Still can't upgrade you. How much do you need? You need 7. This is kind of a negligible upgrade. Morale will be better, accuracy slightly better, charge slightly better. Kind of wish this was a little more, I wish this was a little bit more, but that's okay. Can you guys upgrade to foot? Yes, you can. You guys can be veteran foot. Let's then sort out our upgrades here. Let's do a reroll. We can just hold off for now. Check out our melee brigade. Combat effectiveness is good. I'll just take that. Things that we're gonna sell, definitely these two. Definitely this, definitely the canister. Saddle's good. I need to put the spontoon on somebody. Could use a spontoon. Here, why don't we take that? And we'll give that to you. Could just give these guys like a good spawn tune. I do want them to upgrade a little bit. Good half gators. Let's get them on you. Good gun picks. Is anyone using gun picks? You are. Okay. So let's give you the good one. Could also upgrade these guys and give them a Bible, I suppose. Okay. We'll hold off on spending any more money. I probably don't really need these Tulas anymore because these guys already have Tulas. So let's go ahead and keep on going north. Let's get some replenishment in. Let's maybe fight this patrol army. Just kind of looking around. Blast grenades are very interesting. They've got a British foot here. They've got some dragoons. $30 and $30 with these guys. 45, 35. They're really slow. I was considering, so for my last brigade, I was considering having 2 dragoons, and then I would have 2 shooting units, and I was thinking about turning them into British Grenadiers, just to have, like, basically every unit here. But these guys don't really seem that spectacular to me. Like, their shooting is good, but they're only 1,000 men strong. Their melee is decent, but, like, I mean, they're the equivalent of the Highland Veteran foot. The morale is really good, but I don't know. I just don't find it that impressive. Maybe I'll have like my 2 extra units be Highland Veteran foot. I think that'd be kind of cool. Because they can do kind of like a mix of they can be in melee, they can be on the line. They're like decent at both. Not as good in melee as the Highland Grenadiers, definitely not as good at shooting as the foot guards, but I mean, I guess they're on par with just normal British foot when it comes to shooting, but still. The melee is pretty decent compared to these guys. In any case, we'll worry about that down the road. For right now, we need to pick up some manpower, and we need to sell off our junk. And I know I have a lot of junk in the inventory that I could be selling. I'll probably sell off the Tulas. Maybe keep everything else for now. Okay. Yeah, I know I have a lot of stuff that I should probably be selling off. This is just how I play. I like hoarding. I like hoarding items and thinking, oh, this will come in handy eventually. Okay. Let's buy up a little bit more manpower, just buy up all of that, and then let's catch up to this patrol. Maybe I drill for a day or two to get our replenishment up a bit. We have a little bit of time. We've still got about 40 days. Maybe we drill for a couple of days. There. Check out this battlefield. We'll take 10% attrition, but have a really good chance of rescuing cavalry. If it's British, that's awesome. If it's not, then that kind of sucks. Oh, we didn't get anything. We didn't get anything, which was even worse than getting the Germans, because if we got the German cavalry, we could have at least disbanded them and gotten manpower and gotten some items to sell off. Oh well, that's okay. I'll take these dragoons. Turn these guys into Highlanders. Well, Highland Grenadiers, I should say. I think that's everything we can do at the moment. So let's go ahead and fight this patrol army, and then keep on zipping around and get over to that encamped army eventually. We are still a little hurt. This veteran foot. Oh yeah, they took a lot of damage in the previous battle, so they're still replenishing. I might keep them out of combat so that they can not take even longer. Okay, what are we up against? Gendarmerie, French Hussars. And look at that, 900 unit count. Those are some big Hussar units. French Fusiliers, nothing to write home about. Germans, also not too scary. French have very bad morale. Germans, a little bit better, but not amazing. Okay, then let's go ahead and get into battle. Alright, we're back loaded in, and we have got a defensive position established over here on this hill. We are moving our Highland Grenadiers over this way to start going down their line here. The cavalry is back here. The stats aren't too scary, but the unit count is. So we need to be wary of them. Let's go ahead and start spreading guys out here. There's not a whole lot of space on this hill. We're just gonna have to make the most of it. Fortunately, they don't have any artillery, so I don't have to worry about like rushing up to them and trying to knock out that artillery as quickly as possible. That's not a concern this time around. And yes, I know there's a big gap here, right? Where if I wanted the line to be contiguous, I would move these guys up. But what I'm doing is I'm keeping these guys back because I'm hoping that these guys here, if I were to have them right here up on the line, these guys are armed with Charlevilles, they would just shoot us from the hill, and that would be less than ideal. So I'm hoping that they come in. If we're lucky, they will decide to shoot at our veteran foot unit here. If not, they will advance and shoot at these guys in the woods, but they'll have to be off of the hill, I think. They'll either be off the hill or like just barely on it. In either case, we'll be able to do a little bit more damage with our volley and then charge in with like all these guys here. I could always set these guys up to just like come over here, participate a little bit, and then pull them back. Let's go ahead and speed things up since they're just sitting there. Let's bring the general up over here. Maybe we'll come over here. I might have these guys come over and start to set up and help out here. I'm gonna move them up a little bit this way. Unfortunately, since all these guys have Charlevilles, they do tend to outrange me. Okay, they're breaking off. They're coming inside. So what are they equipped with? Oh, they're equipped with excellent Charlevilles. So these guys are going to be able to shoot from, like, Narnia. Let's move up a little bit to get range on them. Let's bring these guys over a little bit. Start bringing this line in some. Okay, yeah, they're shooting us from pretty far out. What if we bring the Highlanders this way, and then we can hit these Fusiliers here? One's charging. Here, let's come back to here. Bring our Dragoons around this way. Just realized you guys aren't even shooting. You're not in range. Ooh, Houndfoot, don't charge out any further than that. Honestly, these guys, I was gonna say they should break here, and they did. Okay, let's help out here. Very nice. Let's knock these guys out. And then we can start bringing up our cavalry here. know why these guys just stopped. Okay, let's bring our veteran foot up this way. Get you guys charging in over here. Let's pull you guys back. I don't want you guys getting messed up by the gendarmerie. Supply wagon, come over here. I wonder if they didn't shoot. Kind of didn't seem like it. Not till the very end. You guys come this way. On foot, come over here. Oh, where's our provincial? Okay, yeah, they are getting in there. Doing damage, that's good. I'm getting experience. Okay, and then let's open fire. Perfect. Really a lot of money out of this. Good, really good. Oh, nice. Nice, 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 nice. Lots of stuff to sell off. I might. I'm tempted to go with the ransom just so that we can start buying better, just so we can start buying better equipment for our guys. We can open up a brigade slot and then start buying really good equipment. But I also don't want to get caught flat-footed if we fight an encamped army and like our guys just end up crumbling. I mean, we will generate the money, so let's just go with the veterancy, and we get provisions, which is good, considering it's winter time. We really need the extra provisions. But yeah, let's sort out these things that we're gonna sell off. Cover bonus is neat. Maybe I'll keep that for now. Let's replenish everything here. And then let's look at our cavalry brigade. I mean, I like the melee damage, but I don't necessarily want them to be more inaccurate. The reload speed I care about less. But I'm also open to just trying to get like a legendary. The charge is good. I could go for the charge. I think I will hold out just to see if I can get a like a combat effectiveness bonus instead. Then for melee, none of these are going to be good. This is going to be great. Let's go ahead and start making our way over here. We can come visit this herd real quick. I don't want to lose an officer. I feel like we've done really well with these officers, so I'm not going to risk them. Let's come over here. And sell off these things. Boom. And now we've got all of our brigade slots open. And now all the money that we get, we can put it into new units, or we can just put it towards getting better items for our guys. Like we could use some better muskets all around. Yeah, these two have basic muskets, as do these three. Could even get better cavalry weapons. But for now, let's go ahead and get these guys a little more well suited to combat. Okay. We don't really need anything else here. I'm wondering if we burn this village down. Come over here, try to buy up some items. Maybe come over here, try to buy up some more items. Or oh, I think there were royal horse guards over here. If I wanted to try to generate enough money to buy them. That is the question. Do I want to do that? I've got 34 days. Could raid this village and then start force marching. Let's do that. Let's raid this village and see where that puts us in terms of money and time. Cool. So I'm not a huge fan of horseshoes, especially basic ones. And we can sell off this lumber chest. And we can put the cylindrical ramrods. Do I want to upgrade you guys? That is the question. Because we would be losing I would be losing like 10 points worth of stats. Maybe if we like run into a patrol or a field army, I'm willing to do that, upgrade them. But probably not before this encamped army, and probably not before we fight the HQ. Anyway, I needed to put cylindrical ramrod on a unit. And then we need to put good ramrods on somebody. And then we have some excellent coffee here. Which we can just give to you guys, I guess. And I had good full gators. Let's make that switch. And does anyone else? You're using gators, so here, you can take that. Or I could give you a ramrod. Have you reload a little faster. That seems useful. Maybe I sell off all these basic gun picks. I'm not really the biggest fan of gun picks, especially when it comes to like Tompions. I generally prefer those. I will keep the good gun picks though. Just trying to do a little inventory management. Maybe we sell off the half gators. But I'll keep the full gators. And I'll keep these. Good cartridge box. Is anyone using a basic one? Okay. Then let's go ahead and come up here, get into force march, and march over here. Check out the barracks. They've got British foot here. Honestly, this isn't going to generate like a ton of revenue. That's okay. What is my army size? 16,000. So going into these, if I go into this battle, I'm like 10,000 men short. There's no gunsmith here. I wanted to buy some better muskets, but that's not going to happen. Extra charge. That would be good. Well, it wouldn't be good for 2 like shooting units. For sure, I am going to have dragoons. Just a question of, do I want to commit to going the veteran Highland foot? I think I can't, right? Because what if I just don't find Highland foot units? Like what if I find British foot, right? And then I've given them extra charge and they take extra fire damage. I'd rather it just be like neutral but good for the cavalry. Okay. The next question is, do I raid this town, try to generate enough money to buy the, what is it, Royal Dragoon Guards? Royal Horse Guards? That I think are over here. I say we do it. Is there anything good here? Not especially. I mean, yeah, they've got good rations. I definitely need to be upgrading rations and stuff. Let's go ahead and raid it. You know, 2 headquarters notifications is not amazing. Oh, this is pretty good. These 2 are really good. But these we can just sell off. I'm not going to use them. Full gators are awesome. This is really good. Yeah, let's hold off on any further spending for the moment. And let's come over here. Hopefully the slum will let us delay the HQ. That would be massive. It will not let us delay the HQ, but we can get some reservists out of it. So we'll take that. Let's then go ahead and keep marching. British Provincial Cavalry. Okay. I think that we raid this town, we come in here with a bunch of money, and then we try to do like a bunch of upgrades for our units. What I'm thinking. And then we come down here and try to fight them. Then we take the casualty replenishment before the HQ's on top of us. I'm wondering if it's worth coming down here and seeing if we can delay the HQ. Let's just do it. Let's gamble. Okay, didn't pay off. These have been good weapons. I would have been satisfied with that, but that kind of feels bad. Because now the HQ is going to mobilize. And there are Royal Horse Guards here. What have they got in the gunsmith? They've got excellent souls. Oh, they've got good Jaeger rifles. That's very interesting. . Okay. As fun as it would be to get these Royal Horse Guards, just have like another good unit, I think it's going to be more worthwhile to upgrade our guys with better muskets. I mean, maybe I can do both. I do have quite a bit of money. Hmm. And maybe a great coat. Let's do like a single. Morale and melee damage, perhaps. Let's just give you the beer then, for the better melee. Now let's come back over here. Do like that Jaeger rifle. I also like this excellent Soul. Yeah, let's buy this just because we so very rarely see Jaeger's rifles. Give that to you. And then this good Charleville will hand off. Here, let's switch these out. I will switch you to veteran foot. Let's see, what are some other things? I could sell off the coffee. I don't need all this coffee. I still don't need this anymore. Sell off all these coffees. Let's sell the Potsdam. Okay. And I'm just short of the excellent Soul. Maybe I sell the Haversack. Or maybe I sell the Cuirassier sword. Because we shouldn't... Here, let's do that. Now I can sell that Dragoon sword. Here, let's switch that out. The Frisian horse, I don't know. I kind of like it, but I'm not sure if it's what we need. I might sell off the Dragoon sword and the riding boots. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Definitely the Dragoon sword. And then buy that. And let's equip you with that. And you can have that. Nine and 11 compared to... Yeah. Not as good. So not really any good melee muskets here. let's... Man, these would be good for our dragoons. Maybe I sell... Yeah, let's make a couple more sales. Let's sell off these 2 ammo. Sell that normal full gator. Having a hard time deciding what to get rid of here. I don't need all those land patterns for sure. I only need 2 for if we get 2 units. So I'm 47 short. Maybe this haversack. And probably the Frisian horse. Yeah. We'll call that good. And take away your canteen and give you this instead. That means you've kind of got a low stamina now, but oh well. Maybe we do this. Give that to you. Give you a canteen so that you're up to 79 stamina. And you should get a combat effectiveness bonus. Let's give you this. Now you've got a combat effectiveness bonus as well. Albeit you're a little bit slower. That's okay. It's okay. Alright. I've done too much messing around here. Let's go ahead and run up to this encamped army and we'll end the episode there. We'll fight them next time. Probably take the replenishment option and get ready to fight the HQ. So let's march over there. Force march. HQ is mobilized. And we'll stop here. And end the episode. Thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. As always, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And we'll see you in the next video.